Yeah.
Let's crank
All
it.
right.
Let's crank his baby up.
Welcome back
To the Duck Call podcast room, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen.
What is happening?
It's Duck Call Room podcast.
I got
They're
cut
four
that.
words. They have to be in that
Si
order.
said
or
he's
they don't
taking
make
over,
sense.
Martin.
Well, hey, we'll go ahead and redo it then.
Don't redo it.
Yeah,
what do you
we
mean?
gonna redo
You're
it,
back
but don't
here-
tell us what to do.
You're back here in the Call Duck podcast room. I mean, besides,
Well, they know what I'm talking.
we're on like
Hold on, I gotta
episode
ring the bell.
64.
They know what he's talking.
Duck
They know
Call
what I'm talking
Room
about.
podcast.
All right,
Hey.
Duck Call Room podcast.
There you go.
Duck Call Room podcast.
There you
Y'all
go.
get that, folks?
There you go.
Got
All right.
it.
There we go.
Got
So we
it.
are back.
That's
Look, Si come in all fired up today, y'all. He apparently spent the weekend at the Alamo.
That is in San Antonio, Texas. And here's the little news you may not know. My second child, which is my son Scott, that's where he was born.
The Alamo?
No, in San Antonio.
Oh, good grief. I
In
knew
the
you
Army,
were old, but
in
I
the
was about to say.
Army hospital. But anyway, look, we took the river tour, okay, in a boat. I didn't do the river walk. I done a boat river tour.
Is that really a river?
Yeah.
Yes, a river.
Mm-hmm.
They got flood control gates on it and everything in the city.
I'm with Charles.
I didn't think. I
Barkley.
thought it was a little bitty pond kind of deal, a little creek deal.
No.
No, this is the river running through the whole town, and this thing goes on forever.
So a river runs through.
The river runs
yeah.
through it. Good
and
one.
Hey,
Yeah.
and it has got some of the most beautiful cypress trees. Okay, because look, they're not native to Texas. Cypress trees are not. They had to go get them and come back and plant them. And hey, there was one of them that told me 11 people, hand to hand. That's how big that tree was. 11
So he'd
people.
been there a while.
circle.
Oh, it's a
It'd have been there.
bull.
He'd
300
been there a
400,
while.
yeah, 300 or 400 years. But it was beautiful. We enjoyed it, and then we had a first class private. What would you call that?
A private tour of the Alamo.
Yeah, of the Alamo. Okay, by Kobe and Ernesto.
Yes.
Okay, and they showed all these replicas of stuff. Some of them weren't replicas.
Well, somewhere original.
Well,
yeah.
they're original.
You held Daniel Boone's gun.
Yes, I actually held. We got a picture of it. That is Daniel Boone's long rifle flintlock.
I need to talk to somebody if that's actually Daniel Boone.
I've got somebody on the line.
I see it.
Well, we got Colby.
Isn't that lucky?
We
Okay.
got Colby and Ernesto.
Yeah.
And
Now,
Ernesto.
hey, introduce our guest, Mr. McMillan.
We have got Colby and we've got Ernesto from the Alamo, and they gave us a private tour, and we took some pictures, and they actually let Si put on the white gloves and hold some stuff. So let me get them on the phone. Hey guys, can y'all hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, welcome to the podcast. Si calls it the In the Duck Call Room podcast with Uncle Si, but this is just the Duck Call Room. Hey, first of all, we want to tell y'all thank you so much for giving us the tour, and I'm gonna turn y'all loose to talk with Uncle Si a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Well, you're going to have to do all the talking because they can't hear us. Yeah. You realize
Yeah, you
that,
do
right?
it. You do it.
Can you ask them for real though? Is that actually Daniel Boone's rifle,
So Ernesto,
or just a rifle?
Ernesto, John Day wants to know: is that really Daniel Boone's rifle?
No, it's a rifle that was used at the Battle of the Alamo and found by someone for the town.
Oh,
Okay.
But it was an original rifle.
okay. I thought it was
it's an
Daniel Boone.
original
Hey,
rifle
It was
made by,
there.
Jacob Dickert, so it's pre-1820. It's an original gun that was used at the Alamo.
That is pretty cool. Si, did it have an open bore?
Huh?
What
No,
size choke did it have?
What
then?
caliber was that, Ernesto?
What caliber was it?
58.
58 caliber.
That's a bull.
That's a
58.
that's a hog.
That's a hunk of lead there.
And
son.
That would knock your shoulders smooth off, Si.
If it made it
Someone
to-
actually done a test with that for 300 yards, and he hit paper on it with it.
Really?
The 300 yards.
What's that barrel on that thing? About 40 inches?
No, it's
How?
longer than that.
How old is
Yeah,
it?
About 43 inches.
43.
Okay, 43. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good estimation there, Mr. Martin.
Well,
Martin's got-
I'm pretty close. I like a 30-inch shotgun. I knew he's way bigger than
Well,
that. so-
no. Hey, what was amazing about that? When I threw that thing up to my shoulder, it literally really felt good. I thought as long as it would, it'd be real awkward feeling.
Yeah.
That thing's well balanced.
So is Colby's the one in these pictures, right?
Yeah, now that's Colby. Colby, what do you want the people to know about the Alamo?
I think the Alamo
for most people, they think about one building and they think about one, set time period, and that's March 6th, 1836 during the famous battle. But the Alamo's history is really long, and spans almost 300 years. And we've got a lot of really neat artifacts and a lot of story to tell. So I think when people, if they're thinking about coming to the Alamo and they're only thinking, well, it's just a battlefield, it's so much more than that. And so we want people to come and hear the full story.
I didn't know it was more than one building.
Yeah. Oh no,
I thought it was like a fort.
No, it's rather a compound, like a square compound.
I've been
And
there,
it's
but
huge.
I was like 10.
Okay.
That's
But
pretty
one of the
cool.
most amazing things to me was they had it was in a folder, the clear view on the front, right? You could see to it. And they had General Santana is marching orders for the next morning's battle.
Si, let me get Ernesto to tell him about that.
Yeah.
Ernesto, will you tell about the marching orders that General Santana gave?
What we have is we have the original battle orders that were issued by Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna to his officers, and they were actually written down by Vicente Amador, who was his aide de camp, and they give you basically a blow-by-blow description of how the battle is going to take place.
Really?
You have the papers?
So
And
yeah.
it's signed by General Santana.
Oh yeah. So here's your marching orders. This is what I want you to do. I want you to dress up. I want you to wear this, wear that.
Yeah, dress uniform.
Wear your shoes.
Yep.
Ain't that what they told him? And
Yep.
Ernesto.
That's basically it. And then he tells his cavalry, you're going to start circling at about 3 a.m. So he tells everybody what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. And it's a really important document because it's from right out of the mouth of Santa Anna straight to his officers, and they have to carry that out.
Well, you know what was a little strange to me is that also he said, now when you die, here's who's going to replace you in line. Is that
He has a contingency plan.
My best part of
I
it.
bet that made it hit home to them boys.
Oh no.
You're up next.
yeah.
Yeah. The best part of it I like. Okay, you got to understand they had been shelling them with cannon fire for like 3 days and nights. So the morning of the major battle, okay, everything. Santana told them, okay, psychological warfare, no noise, none. Everything should be silent. Okay, so that was the coolest part about me. He gave that order to his
be
officers.
quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, at
Told
10,
them,
at 10 o'clock, it got
'cause
real
look,
quiet.
At a certain hour, they're going to stop the cannons. And like the horses, they want them riding around. Don't be yelling. Don't be talking. Don't be making any noise. You just circle a compound. Okay. It's psychological warfare.
And there was 189 of them. And how many was in that army, the Mexican army?
2,500.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's roughly 189, maybe as high as 220 Texans, but from what our research shows, about 189.
Not very good odds.
No.
No,
You're going to
10
need
to
the good
1
Lord
odds.
on your side on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
We got the picture of the cannon I was standing behind. Is that what, a 16-pounder? I think y'all said.
Yeah, that's a 16-pounder. That would take about 8 pounds of gunpowder to fire, and the muzzle velocity of that is equivalent to about a 9mm handgun round.
Oh,
Wow.
so slow and big.
Yeah.
It's going to cause a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah.
It's
That
gonna-
one's called the Johnny D.
No, that was one of the
That
things.
one's called
That would go about
the
a little under a
delimber.
mile.
Who?
The distance that ball would travel is just under a mile.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That'd hurt somebody.
16
right there.
pounds
Yeah,
rolling
16
through you for a
yeah.
mile, son.
Oh, yeah.
That'd take a plug out of you.
Boy, heavy
Yeah,
shot
that,
just thinks
that
I got
wasn't even the
something.
largest cannon at the battle. That was just the largest one we have currently in our collection.
I got
Did
it.
y'all let Si fire it?
No.
If he comes back down here, we can probably arrange something.
I'm in. Okay.
Oh,
We're all
hey.
going to the Alamo,
Yeah.
boys.
Hey, looking at that cannon, I had to ask, how many cannons was in the Alamo?
There are 24 total cannons. Of the 24, 18 of them are fully functioning and firing.
Oh, okay.
Well, listen, guys,
that.
this is incredible, and we appreciate everything that y'all did for us, and the tour was awesome and great. Two more things I want to bring up. First of all, Kobe, I love the challenge coin that you gave Uncle Si. I think we have a picture of it somewhere. I don't know if you can find that one, John David.
The coin?
Yeah, it looks like the.
Is this it?
That's it. Right
Looks
there.
like the Alamo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you make that bigger? So Kobe was in the military. He gave Si that challenge coin, and that's awesome, and that was really cool. You want to talk about that, Kobe?
Okay.
Yeah. There's a tradition in the military where when you meet someone for the first time, or you meet a brother in arms, you can give them a coin that you keep, and that way you tie that friendship together. And I knew Uncle Si had served in Vietnam. I had a cousin that did not come back from that war, and I was kind of moved by his service and some of the stories I saw online about him. So I decided to give him the coin that I had in my pocket. I've been carrying for a few years, and it's shaped in it's in the shape of the Alamo. So
that's awesome.
I don't know. I think the veterans share those stories, and we share a link regardless of when we served.
And I will cherish that, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're very welcome.
Any questions, guys, for these guys on the phone?
Colby, I have a question non-related to the Alamo. Where is your favorite place to have a breakfast taco in San Antonio?
We like this place, a little hole in the wall called Sandia. It's over off of McCullough, and I can't remember the Commerce and Callahan. Commerce and Callahan, excuse me. It's called Sandia, which means watermelon. They've got great tea, which we covet, Ernesto and I, and they have fantastic tacos.
Look, my favorite thing about the city of San Antonio are all the options for breakfast tacos. They're so daggone good.
I got to get back to
They're
San Antonio.
everywhere.
Oh, they're so, and I haven't had a bad one yet. That's why I was curious on what your favorite was, being a local. So.
I like that.
Yeah, that's our favorite. Me and Ernesto, we take the breakfast taco pretty serious, and those are the best ones we've ever found.
Yeah.
Hey, and plus Ernesto, he's kind of big guy, so he's going to need something that's filling. No, he's tall. He's tall. He's big.
Okay.
He's a
I'm
big
just
man.
saying,
Over 6 foot, so
Yeah.
we know where the good food is.
Is there a website that people can go to if they're interested?
Yeah, you can go to thealamo.org and learn more about the projects that are going on here.
Thealamo.org.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, look, guys, we appreciate y'all joining us. Thank you for taking care of the old man. And I know Si is he's a huge history buff. He loves it. So that's pretty cool. I know that was probably something on his list of things to do. And we'll be back right after this break. Did you know that the average American has 97 points they could add to their credit score, but no idea how to get them?
97 points is a lot of points.
97.
That's
Well,
a
look,
bunch.
I wouldn't know that. So, hey, enlighten me.
Well, hey, that's what I'm.
Well-
I'm here to
Well, hey,
enlighten.
I'm telling you.
Call me the enlightener, if you will.
Lightner.
The data scientists at ScoreMaster cracked the code on how adding 97 points to your credit score it's just like finding money. I mean, it's just like bending
like
over
that.
and picking it up off the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah, I like that.
Nothing's better than found money.
Yeah, it means fast loan approvals, huge discounts, and low interest rates on everything from buying or refinancing your home to leasing a new car to applying for a credit card. How fast is ScoreMaster? One member raised his credit score 33 points in 5 days. That's just 5 days, 33 points, and he got another 43 points in a couple of weeks. ScoreMaster is so easy, it takes about a minute to get started. And if you hurry, you get to try ScoreMaster for free. That's right, try ScoreMaster free and see how many plus points you can add to your credit score. All you have to do is go to scoremaster.com/duck. That's scoremaster.com/duck. Again, scoremaster.com/duck. And save yourself tens to hundreds of thousands of
That's right,
dollars
boys.
in fees over the years.
Wow.
Save your money.
We're back.
We're back.
Look at here.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That
And
was
it's about to get even funner.
right.
It's
Even
going to be,
funner.
it,
How
but
come?
it
More
will
fun?
be less educational.
Funner, more. Yeah, there's a good chance we may all lose some brain cells in this next couple
But
of
we're going
segments.
to hear some good stories.
But we're going to
Hey,
laugh.
Uh-oh, what
So
happened?
But
I've got a
JD,
buddy.
I know.
Uh-oh,
JD,
hold on.
hey, look, we got a guest coming in, so you got to.
Bye, JD.
Bye.
Hold on. Let me ring the bell for him.
I'm leaving
The
again.
bell tolls for JD.
I thought. Wait, time out. I thought Johnny D was stay. I thought Phillip was out. Johnny D just got back.
Well, look, hey, this is America. Okay, I'll leave it up to the
No, don't vote on it,
Democracy,
Si.
boy.
That's going to be 2 against 1.
Hey, democracy.
Phillip,
See you,
you're
Phillip.
out. I will see you.
That
Phil.
was fast.
That's what you get for beating us in
the
that
bu-
outhouse race.
Hey,
Get out
Bell
of here.
tolls for me.
I gave you a free T-shirt.
No, let
Get outta
me
here.
change that.
What?
The bell tolls for you, young man.
Ah.
I thought you'd be on my side. I even brought
Well,
my
hey,
teacup today.
Well, I had forgot about
Phillip,
you.
we'll
just
catch you in
got
about
back.
20, 30 minutes. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah.
Anyway,
Who's
without-
our guest?
Without further ado,
Is he in the room?
it's a guy that our redneck fans are for sure going to
That's
know.
right. He's a hunter.
He
I'll
is
give you a clean.
No, time out.
clue.
He ain't a hunter.
He's a turkey hunter.
He's a killer.
Okay.
You don't
Well-
want you don't want this next guy hunting you, because if he does,
You're gone.
he's probably going to deflate you.
Well, that
You're gonna look good
that
on the
depends
wall,
on
and you will remember you for a
that
lifetime.
depends on who he's hunting.
And the last thing you're going to hear is that Hoyt bark, probably. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's none other.
And Michael Waddell.
There it is.
Man,
We got him.
We got
Waddy,
him here, boy.
Waddy is
Bone
in the duck call
Got
room.
him, boy.
self.
Dude, this is big as getting a Waffle House endorsement to come in
Oh,
and hang
okay.
out
Well,
with
that's
you
what
boys.
I'm
You know
talking
how
about.
long we've been trying to get that?
I know. Maybe Waffle House will be listening. This is the crew. We've all had it scattered, smothered, and covered many
Put us
times.
in a booth.
I ate
That's
there,
right.
Look, I ate there every day for about a year and a half, and I got up to 313. I finally figured out, you know what?
Their food is not healthy. It's good, but it
Oh,
ain't
it's
healthy.
great. I ate there every Tuesday from kindergarten till I graduated high school with my dad. And we're big boy. Get out of here.
But what's the alternative? I mean, Subway had Jared.
Yeah.
And look, that turned out to be a catastrophe. So I'm gonna stick with Waffle House. I mean,
Oh, you can
trust me, not your food.
Hey, I can't disagree with that. Now, see, that's why I told you we were going to laugh in here. That's-
look out.
oh, my goodness. Well,
Jared probably saw that from prison. He's probably like, I
All
swear,
right.
I never.
Here's
liked
the
that guy.
first question.
All right,
oh.
What have you and that crazy bunch of Realtree been up to?
nothing. Obviously, not much, really. Honestly, when it comes.
Well,
to
y'all never have done much
No,
anyway.
not really. Honestly, it's funny. I just now, the last 2 years, got a paycheck from Bill because I was having to pay him.
He's
to
been
work
working for free,
been
boy.
working for
Bill,
free.
you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
We definitely been doing a lot, and then of course Nick. I just got a text. Actually, last night, Daniel Thomas from Realtree. We flew in last night in here to Monroe, and to come hang out and be on the podcast. And you guys, we had a chance to do some stuff with our podcast. And anyway, long story short, I got a text from Nick late last night. He shot a elk. So here it is, August, and he shot a big old nice elk. So obviously, I know they weren't bugling. He's probably had stalked him and shot him in his bed. There ain't no telling. But Nick is out hunting right now, and he got a nice elk last night in Utah.
Nick,
You ain't
Nick
got to you ain't got to talk him into letting that trigger finger
No.
get to work, do you?
Nick, where's my invitation?
No, forget that. Where's my tenderloin?
I'm convinced.
Well,
I'm
hey, you got to
yeah.
Hey, Nick, forget that invitation. Just send me about 50 pounds of backstrap.
There you go.
50 pounds.
Well, that's one of them.
Well, hey,
That's one of the
hey, I'll
backstrap.
take. I just took half. Good, great.
I think Nick, no doubt. Like you remember when everybody was eating those chocolate-covered grasshoppers. I think Nick was walking around stomping them. That's how much he likes to just hunt and get after stuff.
There you go, boy. Hey.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Stomping on
Right there, kill him
chocolate-covered
grasshoppers, Nick.
Oh my goodness! No, it is hard to believe we're sitting here right on the eve of hunting season. I mean, it's August in Louisiana. I think it's like 99 out there today. It's about 82
so hot.
in this room right now. So
It's
if you
hot
see any
everywhere.
sweat, don't just disregard that.
It'll
But
be
budget
these-
cuts,
yeah.
they hit everybody. So
Yeah, and hey, and here's
we're no
what-
different.
Here's the bad thing about that.
What?
It seems like duck season just closed.
But it'll be here in about 2.5 weeks.
No, I know.
Coming
It.
in.
Yeah. So,
It closed for most people.
yeah. Not everybody.
Phil is not present. That's all.
Don't be letting out family secrets, son.
I know it.
Oh, Lord
Good
have
grief.
mercy.
Right. Yep.
Oh, you get Phil Robertson to this office, something has gone terribly wrong. Either that or there's a check here with his name on it. But even
No,
then,
what
he'll
it
send
is,
his
yeah,
butler, so.
he's either here to pick up money or he's sick.
That's right. Or the
Okay.
Lord come to his neighborhood first, and he's coming to tell y'all, hey, Jesus is over here. I just want to
Hey,
let y'all know.
Jesus has come back. You
Yeah.
better hurry.
You better come on down
Okay.
here to the river.
Hey, on this one is first serve, first come, first serve. Okay.
Oh, I love it, man. Golly. Well, Michael, look, for folks at home that may not know Michael, I'm not sure how you don't, because he's been doing this for a long time. He's been hunting. He started out as a cameraman for the Realtree guys, and then like a lot of us, he worked his way up through the ranks, and now Michael has got his own show, Bone Collector. He had Realtree Road Trips for forever. That torch has kind of been passed, and now you're doing a podcast called A Bone to Pick, which we had some fun on that this morning.
Awesome.
And I listened to Si. Si finally got to do a little controversy, so that was fun. It wasn't just a variety hour. So
Si was spitting some truth.
If y'all haven't, check that out
Yep.
over on the Realtree page. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we'll get into some more stuff, Michael. Appreciate you for coming.
A bone to pick. That's a good name. Here we go. Back by 35
5 years of research and development, folks.
What's it doing?
And look here. It's personally working for
you.
How good does it work?
And look, no. A key to all of it is it comes from the pristine waters of New Zealand, boys. Hey, look, most of them that you would buy are cover-ups. It's like a makeup for women, okay?
Band-Aid.
This one does not cover up. This one goes to the problem, which is inflammation of muscles, okay? You got aches and back pains and all this stuff. Hey, then you need to come and get. Look, and here's the thing about it. You order the first one and pay for it, and they send you the next one free. And hey, if you got aches and pain, people, trust me, I take it. It immediately lets it go.
Well,
it's
Si,
gone.
here's the problem. You haven't told them what it is
What
yet.
is it, Si?
It's a Mega XL, boys.
There we
I
go.
thought y'all already knew that.
There we go. God.
Mega XL, personally working for you.
I am impressed that
I
you
got
can remember
excited.
that much of this ad
Hey,
read.
look, I got excited. That's why I didn't tell
It's
them what
incredible.
it come on.
The man believes
Oh,
in the product. He uses it.
he
He
believes
feels
it.
better.
I used it,
and it
okay.
works.
Every
And
day.
it
Look,
works.
so now my job's super easy because all I have to do is give you the ending. Look, let's get you started. Order Omega XL now and get a second bottle for free. Visit OmegaXL.com/duck. That's OmegaXL.com/duck. Or call 1-800-844-4888. 800-844-4888. 800-844-4888.
88. One more time.
That's
right.
I was trying to see if you were paying attention.
488.
I wasn't, but I got you 88, boys.
He's got
There
you
it is,
88.
boys.
I
Look,
got you
Omega XL, get you some.
Working
Get
for
you
you.
some of it, boys. So, see, I'm learning stuff right now. I didn't know that you used to film all these idiots having fun.
Yeah.
And then you said, hey, no, I don't need this camera. I need to be on the other side of this job.
Have you heard the man tell a story?
It was nuts. It was seriously, it was crazy because my job when I first came was kind of a guide. I'd been in turkey calling contests a lot, and so anyway, when I got to Realtree, my main job was to kind of help guide, and they was having outdoor riders. That was a thing, and I mean you and Phil bit the business on a lot of outdoor riders on Duck Commander and stuff, and the VHS tapes and stuff, even before Duck Dynasty, and same with Realtree. And I remember I'd come in, and then David Blanton's like, hey man, while you're guiding, why don't you try to run these cameras? And I knew nothing about it. I was only about 18, 19 years of age, and so I just started running the camera. One thing led to another. And the only thing I got lucky to do a little hunting and maybe talk about, back in them days, it seemed like everything was about a tip, like a turkey calling tip or duck blind tip, whitetail tip. So I got to do some of the turkey calling tips because I had won a world championship with Ricky Joe Bishop. We'd won the two-man team, Grand Nationals, and the world championship, and I was young. So Realtree kind of had me on their little advisory staff as a hunter, but I was working as a guide and running a camera, and then next thing you know, they sent me to editing school to learn how to edit, and then next thing you know, I'm getting a chance to produce Realtree Outdoors. Okay. And so it was like a craziest Ozzy Osbourne crazy train ride ever for me, and I'd never been on an airplane, and heck, I never even made it like eating appetizers and stuff. I was kind of more like, I think that's why I related to the Duck Commander and Duck Dynasty and the Robertson stuff, because I remember going to this fancy restaurant and they ordered a bunch of squid and cheese sticks and little sausage balls, and I mean, man, what in the heck is going on?
Yeah, you talking about you was like I would be.
Like they eating before we eat.
So, what are you doing here?
That's a true story. I'm like, man, I called my daddy. I said, which, by the way, he's so pumped I'm over here with you guys. He's a huge, huge fan. And if I ever got Si and my dad and Phil together.
Oh,
let me just tell you something. A podcast right there, that would be one of those 17 hours and 30-minute podcasts.
Yeah, that'd have
and
to
it
be
would be the best on earth.
That'd have to be an epic mini-series.
It would be crazy. But he loves what y'all have done with, Duck Commander and Duck Dynasty. He's just such a big fan, like all of us. But yeah, it was crazy. So I never thought I'd get to do what I'm doing.
Well, David Bluntly did you a favor by saying, "Hey, young, run this."
He
camera.
did.
Yeah.
He did, and I didn't
like it.
Yeah, he just said, "Hey, why don't you give it a shot?" And I remember I asked David. That was back in you probably remember them old beta cam days. Yeah. And I said, "David, I don't know how to turn this thing on." And he said, "Well, be careful with it. It's expensive." I said, "Well, what are we talking?" And I never forget. He said, "That camera right there is about $50,000 to $60,000." And I said, "That's more expensive than my house." I said, "I can't take this thing." "No, be careful with it." Then you bought the deck, and it was a beta, a BVP 90. So somebody wants to fact check me to see if David was lying, but he said he paid about $50,000. The lens, a big old Fuji 9 lens, you hit a little switch, a double, and you could reach out there, and it was like a suitcase. That thing was big as a truck almost. It seemed like. And
BVP 90.
BVP 90.
Yeah. When he said try this, and then when you asked the question, if I'd have been there, it would have been me. When he said it was 60,000, I said no thanks. I'm too clumsy, so I'm not going to hold your $60,000 camera.
I think David was exaggerating because I took it immediately to the pawn shop, and they wanted to give me 10.
That's right. David just lied to me. This thing ain't worth no $50,000.
Yeah, I told him, "Dave, you supposed to be a Christian man. You lying? I couldn't get nothing over there at the Northside Pawn Shop."
The pawn shop wouldn't give him but 10.
Exactly.
Well, look, I know you had the opportunity back in the day to film some pretty interesting characters. We were talking about it before we got on here, and look, I know a lot of our fans are NASCAR fans and grew up in it. So
Marty Smith was just here.
And Marty Smith was just here, and he talked about the Intimidators. So what? Give us your best Dale Earnhardt story, because I know y'all spent a lot of time in a tree and in camp together.
It was amazing, and me, it's funny, man. I've obviously, even after Duck Dynasty, I know. When you think about becoming a star or celebrity or personality, obviously y'all experience that in walking around the country. In your own mind, you're thinking, man, I'm no different. I'm just this guy from Louisiana that's likes to hunt duck, loves God, and loves a good country cooked meal at night. But obviously, when you're on TV and you do things that people respect, you become the celebrity. And over the years, and just like y'all, I've had a chance to meet a lot of celebrities to the public, and they become friends. But to this day, I've never, ever been with a personality or celebrity that completely had shock and awe like having Dale Earnhardt with you. And of course, I was pretty intimidated by the Intimidator. I remember he came down, and I had this shotgun. It was an old Remington 1187 I'd won in a turkey calling contest. And Dale showed up, and he was a Remington guy. And I remember Remington used to sponsor, at the time, he used to sponsor Dale's car. Well, anyway, I remember I had this shotgun. I said, "Dale, if you want to use my shotgun," he said, "Yeah, I'll use that shotgun." And Bill had told Dale, he said, "Look, and David Blanton said, hey, I'm going to get Waddell to go with us. He's a good turkey caller." And he won the world championship. And they were bragging on me. I was this young kid. And so Dale said, "That's like," he said, I'm a world champion too. I want the best caller. So we go. And I'm like, man. And so now I'm thinking, oh, my God. David, quit bragging.
Yeah, now the pressure's on.
Yeah, Blanton was always great at bragging on me. In this case, it freaked me out because it's like now I'm knowing Dale. It's like, and I remember he's like looking over me. So, "All right, boy, I want to see your stuff in the morning. I want to see your stuff. I want to kill a turkey." And I'm like, oh my God, the whole night I couldn't sleep because I'm freaking out. And anyway, throughout the history of having a chance to hunt with Dale, and we killed a lot of turkeys, Dale would always come down right before the Talladega race to Realtree. And he would hunt, and he always wanted to use my shotgun named Grady. He killed many turkeys with that shotgun. And but one of the craziest stories I remember is I had this old Ford Lariat at the time it was brand new. I bought it from a friend of mine, and it was the nicest truck I'd ever owned. And so Dale didn't want to be seen in this Ford because he obviously was racing for RCR, which was Richard Childress Chevrolet was their deal. And so anytime we'd go anywhere, you'd come up to a red light and over just out of Salem, Alabama, and I ain't lying, there'd be a redneck with Earnhardt sticker, the old big old mullet and Budweiser hat, and he'd look over and they'd see Dale, and it was like they had seen Jesus Christ. I mean, it honestly was. They'd and they would be sitting there in their jaw, and I'd be looking over, and Dale would be sitting there with them old gargoyles, and just the mustache and big Team Realtree hat, and he'd look over and wave at them. Or we'd go into the convenience store, and people would start cussing. I never forget, there was a lady one time we walked in this convenience store. Dale goes in, and we get a drink and get a little, pack of crackers, spin turkey hunt. And she looks up, and she's just going through the line, and she looks up and she sees Dale. She says, "You gotta be blankety blank kidding me."
Yeah.
Freaks out. You gotta be. And immediately she starts going off on Jeff Gordon, starts going off on how Dale should have put so-and-so's butt in the wall.
That's right. Put him in the wall.
Yeah, and then wouldn't believe it. She said, "I think I'm dreaming. There's no way you standing right here in front of me." He said, "Well, I am, honey. I'm standing right here." And Dale gets over there and takes a picture with her. Back then, it was like like one of those disposable. Wasn't no
like
digital.
a phone.
It wasn't didn't nobody hand you the camera.
You got to charge.
Yeah, kid's camera. Kid's camera. Hey, grab a camera back here and take a picture.
And so, man, at the same time, Dale was always aggravated at me because he said I was a slow driver. And he was like, "Man, you don't drive fast enough, and it's probably this old piece of junk Ford." And he was going off on my truck. So finally one day we'd stop and got a pack of crackers, and Dale would only buy Gatorade because Coca-Cola was part of him. He wouldn't let nobody in the car. He was the most loyal partner person I'd ever seen. And so we get in the car, and he said, "I'm driving." He said, "You drive too dang slow." So we jumped in the car, and we riding down through there, and we're talking about, I never forget, there was a field over at Circle Inn. Tyler Jordan will know exactly what I'm talking about because he knows his dad would always make these rules. And Bill would pull me aside, and even though it would be a Dale Earnhardt or whoever, he would say, hey, he would tell us, go wherever you wanted. Like, y'all go over there. Man, Michael knows that place. But then he'd pull me aside and say, hey, don't go to Stubby Field. I'm saving that. I want to go down there, And so it's still running on today, and it's a fact. So Bill was like, hey, don't go to Stubby Field. Well, Dale would pick up on stuff like that. He'd be like, I heard Bill say don't go to Stubby Field, so you're taking me immediately to Stubby Field.
Right.
So he's
that's
talking. And that's the
going.
reason I remember the conversation. We're hauling butt down the road, and Dale's just driving. When I say hauling butt, there's a stretch, I think it's Highway 280, so it's not like a true interstate, but it's a 4-lane road, and it's obviously your left lane's fast lane and your right lane to kind of keep rolling, right? And so Dale's going down through there, and he said, hey, we're going straight to Stubby Field. And he's going about 80, 85. Now, at the time, this is, I think, a 60, 55, so he's already smoking it way faster than what I drive. But I'm not afraid at all because I'm with Dale. Traffic's rolling pretty fast. Well, finally, he gets to, like all of us, he gets to a point in this 4-lane to where there's an older lady that's in the left lane, just, kind of lackadaisically forgetting that you're supposed to speed up or slow down.
45.
Yeah.
She's going 45.
Well, at the time, she's probably going 55, 60. And now this other guy who's rightfully should be going the speed limit in the right lane, it's got the whole interstate backed up, or this 4-lane. So Dale is talking to me about Stubby Field, and all of a sudden he's right on this woman's butt, and I'm like, geez, he don't know how close he is to this woman. And just ever so slightly, he starts bumping her. It's just, I'm like, no. But he's
Dale, you're not doing that.
Yeah, I never get left-handed. Like, we're going to Stubby Field. We're going down. I don't care what Jordan says. You're going to take me down there. If you're the world champion. And this woman, and we go, and it looked like the Sunday school director. We get around her, and she is just like shooting us birds and just giving us all these gestures. And Dale just waves at her like it's okay. You don't understand.
You don't understand what's going on.
The turkey's his God, but it's okay.
And what was odd is we never even really talked about it, and I'm freaking out. And I immediately get out of this truck. I don't even go get my turkey calls. Dale pulls up to this little spot where we park at Circle, and I'm running around in front of the truck, looking to make sure no dents, and there weren't. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, man, he didn't even think nothing about it. So he hit me. I was like, how many times has he ever done this? Is this something they do all the time? Maybe some NASCAR guy can chime in. Is that just something you do? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, except the difference is they do it now like at 180.
Yeah.
They're bumping into each other.
50, it ain't like 80.
Get out the way.
Like 50 or 60.
It was 55, 60. It was no different, though. The way he bumped was no different than, if I want to haul off and hit in my camber, I said, hey, buddy. It was just the lightest little...
Just a little encouragement, if you would.
Look, I'm just going to kind of help you get you on down the road.
And to this day, I've wanted to do it. And I've never done it. To this day, I've wanted to do it.
I'd be able to screw that up in a hurry.
Yeah, me too. I'd end up in a ditch.
Lord have mercy. Well, look, that's great. But let's take another break. We'll be back with Michael right after this.
No, I'm like him. Because there's so many of them I pull right up behind. I mean, hey,
Move, yeah.
Yeah.
Si,
And then
you
I had
ain't-
one of them. I had one of them. She backed me off because, hey, she stomped on the brakes.
Did she really?
I like to run up her rear, and then, and then I scared her because when she finally, I just started easing over toward her. Just right beside her, I started easing over toward her. I'm about to, and blew the horn at her.
Si getting on that side draft. That's what them
hey.
NASCAR racers say.
Hey.
You on that side draft.
Well, no, because when I heard people talking about it, said, well, no, Dale was such a sweet person. He's like old Mike Ditka when they played football. I said, oh, no. Ditka's so nice. He'll give you shirt off his back and all that. Said, but hey, one thing about it, when you put on a helmet, he puts on that foot helmet, he turns into an idiot and an animal.
Just ready to go.
You know, that's the way Dale Earnhardt is.
Yeah.
But once he gets in behind that wheel and cranks that engine,
maniac.
he fixed to put you in the wall.
I hate to tell you, that's how all of them are. I've ridden with a few of them.
Boyer.
Yeah.
I know y'all got some
Boyer.
Clint Boyer. That joker, he's several pickle shy of a
Oh no
deluxe
no no no
cheeseburger.
no! He's a few cars short of a full deck.
Yes.
Okay, because hey, I'm in the car with him, and Martin told me later I didn't even know how fast he was going.
I'm out.
Look, I'm looking at this, and it's just I'm about that far from the wall.
I was at Talladega.
Okay, and
So y'all was on the track.
Yeah, we was
Yeah.
on the track at Talladega.
Yeah, and this
Si's
is
in the
like-
front seat, the passenger seat, and I'm in the back seat. Like
Y'all in
man,
a street car?
we were
Like
in the
a-
pace car.
We're in the pace car.
So
We
a
were in
fast
the-
hey,
car.
he's running, and it's and and it's just and I'm like that right there, and Boyer's over there, and he's like this, and he's the whole time he's looking at me, telling me whatever.
He's talking.
He only got to turn left.
Yeah, and I'm going. I can't even get. Hey, you need to watch where you're going. For crying out loud. He's driving about 130.
Yeah, that's the one we got in trouble for because the
Yeah,
light
yeah.
flew off the top of the
Yeah.
pace car.
Yeah, they
So-
flew off, and he said, and when he did it, he said, "Oops," he said, and Martin said, "What? Oops."
Yeah,
And he said, the people don't like it when I blow the lights off of them.
yeah. The
Man.
light on top of the pace
Yeah.
car come
He
on.
drove
Yeah.
too fast.
Yeah, from driving.
Yeah.
We were doing like 130 in that little Toyota thing we were in.
You're not
But-
supposed to go 130.
Well, look, when we got to pit road back
Snow
on the
said, "Okay."
deal, when we got to pit road, he said, now look, when I park this thing, let's just all go. Don't hang around.
That's right,
He
don't
said,
wait.
He said, we're going to get in trouble. So we got out of the car and we took off. Nobody
Right.
found us. Nobody, but
Yeah.
they were sweeping up that light for the next hour out
Oh,
of
my
the middle of the
goodness.
track.
Yeah,
but,
they're looking for us. Trust me.
but Johnny D, you found some internet gold. Michael, what's going on in that
I
picture
just
right
saw
there?
that.
I googled
That
a little
was-
bit, and I
Wow.
that old lady might have got bump drafted right before
It
this.
could have been. And here's what's crazy. So Blanton's there. Look, David's super young. That's Glenn Garner in the far
I gotta be
left,
honest
the right
with you.
hand.
I'm
Yeah.
glad it had a caption because I didn't know if that was you or not.
And I'm over on the left back. I had to be. I don't even know if I was probably just 21 or 2. I don't know when that was, or I have to look at the date. But I was young. But man, and that was it. So when Dale came down, he was real traditional. He had to have me, Glenn, and David. That was all he would hunt with almost every time turkey because he had found success. And here's what's odd. So Glenn was a great hunter. He manages Jeff Foxworthy's farm over down the road from us now. And David obviously was very, very serious about, at the time, videography. He loved to video turkeys. I was kind of a cameraman guy, so you got basically 3 camera guys there. And to this day, we never got a good turkey hunt with Dale because he was so impatient. He would crawl away, crawl up on a turkey. He always, I bet he killed 5 to 8 turkeys with us. Never once could you right now pull up a turkey hunt with Dale Earnhardt. We got deer, we got elk, we got everything, but he was so impatient. He would crawl off, or we'd be working a turkey, and he would go, tree to tree and get ahead of the camera. And when the turkey come in, he'd kill it, and we'd just have a tail fan. And Bill Jordan would go crazy because at the time we were on TNN. And at the time, TNN was similar to what y'all experienced with A&E, to where TNN was in every home. And so it would come after a NASCAR race. So that was truly when, on the Realtree Outdoors, you would have millions of people, literally millions of people watching one episode.
Oh, yeah.
So Bill was like, Blanton, Glenn, Waddell, make sure you get Dale killing a
this
turkey
thing.
in Alabama just before the Talladega race. This would be a good rated show. Never to this day we failed. We never failed in getting a turkey, but we failed on getting footage. We never did with Dale, and he was hard. He didn't care if we got it or not. He just wanted to go turkey hunting.
Oh, man. Well, after turkey hunting with David Blanton, I get why Dale do that because David.
Oh, dude, he's way laid back, man. Yeah.
And just sit there.
David
and watch the turkey. Turkey walk up 20 yards, walk off. He'll call him back up there, and he's like, I think I'll kill him now.
Yeah.
David sells out for that footage of them turkeys.
He sells
ain't going
out.
to say nothing, but David's going to sit
He
there with
sells out.
He's going to sit there with his slate call and his 2 decoys.
Yeah.
And he's going to call that thing in 3 times before he kills it.
Well, no, because
it's incredible.
He's into the calling.
Oh, he's into watching that
he
turkey
wants
dance.
to get good footage, you know.
Yeah.
But like y'all do,
Yeah.
y'all did it. You
Yeah.
know, Duck Commander was the kings of that. I can't imagine, sitting, because I know y'all want to kill them all, but y'all got footage of duck. The first videos I ever saw of a duck's head getting shot off was Duck Commander. Used to, it looked like a bunch of ants, ants getting shot.
Yeah.
You barely could say until, what are they shooting at?
Yeah.
Oh! Did you see a black spot falling?
That's right. Oh,
Just
yeah.
a dot.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
It was hardly.
No. You don't know. People don't understand or realize how hard that is to do.
It's hard. With duck,
especially when it's like 50 mallards, and they come floating over the decoys about 25 yards, and they're not fast. They're just floating over them, and we're sitting there because we don't move until you hear the words "cut them."
Cut them.
Yeah.
Okay, so awesome. Hey, if they ain't backpedaling, you're not going to hear that because one of my buddies. He went with us, and when they got in 25 yards, he raised up, boom, 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 shot. Nobody else got up, and then Jason said, hey, Phillip, nobody shoots ducks around here until Phil or me says cut them. Well, hey, that was like 25 years ago. He's never went with us again.
That was it.
And that's why you're sitting in his chair right now.
You got his chair.
That's why you got his chair, because he's banned for life from hunting with the Robertson.
Is he anywhere in here?
Oh, yeah, he's over.
We still keep him around.
That's right. We only use him when we have to.
There you go.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Look.
Hey, all honesty, he's my best friend, okay? But anyway, he asked me quite a while back, last year, said, hey, reckon you get me in the duck blind again? I just said,
No,
you're out. You're banned for life. So
Phil, we can go together sometime. Me and you will find a spot
There
with
you
Martin.
go.
Yeah. Y'all can end up there at Russell Sage. Don't worry about it. It's open to the public.
Boys.
So.
That is, you talk about two old NASCAR stories of Clint Boyer. I remember you was talking about how Clint took y'all out in a pace car. Ooh. I was just with Clint not long ago at this event, and I said, dude, Clint, I mean, what's the dress code or what do we do? And it was this little event that got thrown, and I said, man, what do we expect? And it's funny thinking of that story, how he said, let's just park the car and let's all leave. Now, this is a guy who's well-respected in NASCAR. Clint told me, and I thought this is pretty cool. He said, Waddell, here's the deal. Just wear what you want to do, say and do what you want to do. That's what I do. He said, but look, anytime I get invited somewhere, I figure my actions are going to be bad enough I'll never get to go back. So I just do what I want to.
Right.
He said, and then if I don't ever get to go back, then big deal. Like look, I totally expect to get kicked out and never get the chance to go back. So that's like, good idea. I see you there.
I like the way that is because, hey, all that matters, it's just your perspective.
That's correct.
Okay, and he's got the right perspective. He said, hey, I'm probably never going to get invited again. So, hey, I'll just make the best of this one.
Yeah. That's awesome,
man. Well, Michael, look, we appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with us. Look, if you want to check out Michael's podcast, all you got to do is search it, A Bone to Pick with Michael Waddell. It'll be on all the podcast apps. It'll be on Realtree's YouTube channel. So check that out. Look, if you're new to this channel, youtube.com/duckcallroom, all one word. Like, subscribe, hit the bell on everybody.
I got one question. Is this on Bone to be Picked? Is that what this episode or his podcast going to be on?
That's the one that you filmed earlier.
Oh, just want to go?
You will be on his.
Hey, look, folks, let me tell you.
Oh, boy.
You don't want to miss that one.
It was awesome.
Okay, trust me.
Cut loose.
Okay, trust me. Okay, y'all don't want to miss that. Because, look, they pushed, just to say it in a nice way, they pushed my button
Oh boy!
And
No,
look,
we didn't. We just pulled
and
the
I'm
string
like,
and got
I'm
out
like
the way.
an old
son.
radio. I don't have an off button.
Look, Si,
They finally just, the cameramen turned all their stuff off and they walked out.
Si's the first man Michael's had on there that actually had 12 bones to pick.
I loved it.
instead of
I had
one.
a bunch of
So-
bones to pick.
And
Trust
we didn't,
me.
And
we
they
didn't get them
clean.
all, did we?
And
Si?
hey, look, if he invites me back, I may get to finish the rest of them.
They clean too.
Oh,
Them bones
yeah,
is picked
yeah.
clean.
Because hey, look,
son.
I only got about half of the carcass I wanted to get. Okay, if he invites me back, we'll pick it to the bone till there ain't a piece of nothing left.
Lord have mercy.
I
Well,
love it.
Let's take a break. We'll be back right after this. All right, we're back. Look, Phillip, appreciate you stepping out and letting Michael come in, sit down, and opine with Si.
What about getting thrown under the bus?
Well, that just means you loved around here.
Hey,
You
that's
know
right.
that by
Hey.
now.
Grief.
We don't pick on you, son.
Hey,
we
and
wouldn't
here's
say
what
that.
I'll tell you. You earned that bus throwing under by shooting at 25 mallards that the shot wasn't called on.
That's right, boys. Hey.
Your only saving grace would have been if you killed 3 of them.
Kill 'em all.
He didn't kill
He
nothing.
said- he said-
ain't cut a feather.
There you go.
I
So,
would.
I'm
That's
not
what
even
got
gonna
him.
say
That's
saying.
why you're weeded
Yeah,
out.
that's why you weeded out. You can't
So,
shoot.
but anyway, we're back.
Ah,
Look,
boy.
we're going to get in that inbox. hello@duckcallroom.com.
.com.
Send us your
Hello.
JD.
your
bring us-
sandwiches, your trail
Right,
cam
that's right.
pictures,
Bring us
your
something,
anything. Johnny D, what's in there this week?
All right. Hey, this one is from my good friends. Everything disappeared. You hit the table again.
That's all.
Well,
of
hey,
it.
you know, hey,
What just happened? There it is.
You got
Caroline
pictures,
and Reagan.
Caroline and Reagan.
They listen to our podcast every afternoon. They're from East Texas.
Oh,
That ain't far.
That
I
ain't
just left
far.
Texas.
And they have a very serious question.
Uh-oh,
Subject
serious.
line. We have a serious question.
hey,
All
let
right.
me get.
We'd
in
have
the
a
mood.
question we'd really like y'all, parentheses, especially Si, to answer. Do you think it's true that you get wetter running in the rain than walking in it? Because I've heard that. If it's raining and you like run from the grocery store to your car, you end up wetter than
Then
if
if
you
you
just
walk in,
walk.
I disagree.
That depends. That's right. You know,
This is
look,
like
if
the
it's
chicken
really
and the egg.
raining, okay, because look, hey, when I say really raining, like the Vietnam monsoons.
Monsoon?
Monsoons,
There you
yeah,
go.
monsoons.
Yeah.
But anyway, because look, I'm telling you, a company of soldiers in a monsoon will disappear. You can't even see them. You know, because it don't matter then. It wouldn't matter if you walked or ran. I mean,
I think they're
Mark,
talking about
walked or ran.
like regular East Texas rain, not Vietnam monsoon.
So
rain.
if you run to your car, you're gonna get wetter.
Than if you walk.
The only way I would say that is true, that you wouldn't be the same amount of wet, is that running, you're probably going to get a lot more splash up from your feet.
Especially
And
Martin.
your legs are yeah,
Big feet.
I guarantee you.
All right.
I mean, but as far as the rain, I mean, I would think, I don't know, you're covering more area quicker,
Okay.
you get into more, I don't know.
But
That's
you're
not-
running into more because it's
Well,
falling.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Here's the deal.
No, Si
hold
ain't
it.
buying it.
Hold it. Hey,
I've got it. I've got the
hey,
answer.
Here's what I've been talking about. I was talking about Waddell's podcast.
Uh-oh.
Common sense.
Oh, boy.
Okay, common sense tell you if
Oh,
it's,
boy.
let's just say it's a slow drizzle.
Yep.
Okay, and say you got 50 yards to distance to make from where you're standing under or something to your car.
Okay.
If you walk, okay, you're going to get wetter because for one reason. If you run, you're out under the rain less time.
Incorrect.
That's common sense. That's not incorrect.
Si, I'm going to go along with you on
Right.
this one.
I watched a lot of Discovery Channel as a young man, and but remember the show MythBusters?
Yeah.
They
that's a good
tested
show.
it. They concluded that you get wetter if you run through the rain.
You know what I'm gonna say on that?
Uh-oh.
Bing,
The
bing, bing, bing,
MythBusters
bing.
messed up.
All right.
Because that is, to use the initials, that is total BS.
Well, hey, here's the deal. In America today, everybody doubts the scientists, so let's move on.
that's right.
All right, my next
You done
question.
quit preaching and got to meddling, son. You better
My
be
next
careful.
question. Well, the good news is Si almost passed high school. All right, JD
Oh, yeah,
and Martin.
I actually got the certificate. I graduated
That's
from high
good to
school.
hear. All right, here's the next one from Jeff.
Jeff, from where?
Oh, man, he's got a cool nickname, Bopper.
Bopper.
Have we
Where's
had
the bopper from?
Have we had a question from Bopper before?
Bopper.
All right, Bopper from Longview, Washington.
Longview,
Here is
Washington.
a question to
Longview Bopper.
discuss. If you could travel back in time, where and when would you go? And you can't answer Jesus because that's too obvious.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I would go back probably about age 10.
Oh, you're not even going back before you were alive.
No, I'd
How many
rather-
years
I'd
is
rather-
that,
That's
Martin?
25 years ago.
25 years
Or
ago.
about to be 26.
Okay,
this
I'm
week.
with, I'm with Martin.
And here's the
okay?
reason I say that. I would just like to go back and spend more time with my grandparents.
Oh,
Like,
Oh,
I mean, I would love to go
awesome.
back and hunt with them one more
you
time
just,
and
oh,
go,
That
you
is
just,
great.
You
and
just
go
hit a-
fishing with them one more
Yeah,
time.
you just
and
hit a
like,
sore spot with me.
you know, that's what I would prefer to do. I'll also say I would benefit from air conditioning has been invented and refrigeration has been invented.
I don't think you have to
He's
stay
moved
there.
into
You can bounce. You can just go check what's happening and then come back.
But I'm just saying, if I were going to go back, I'd go spend more time with my grandparents.
You'd be
No
10
doubt about
again.
it. I'd be roughly. I mean, anywhere from 10 to 15. Yeah. I mean,
I'm like Martin. I would go back to my childhood, but unlike him, I was not lucky enough to know my grandfathers on either side, and that has always just ticked me off to the max.
well, you could go back further and get to know them.
Yeah.
You could go back
Yeah,
a little
there
bit
you go.
further, get to know your
you
grandparents.
got a time machine.
You got time.
Yeah.
There's
Go.
no rules.
Get
Well,
on
hey,
back
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Just got to go 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
88.
Oh, damn.
Fact
Hey,
check.
no,
See,
boys.
I would go back to the 80s so I
make
could watch
it-
cool
hey,
movies.
Hey, make it to Hondo, boys. Go
Hundo. Silo's a
What
Hundo.
about you,
$100
what about you
boys.
Phillip? Where you go?
I was thinking while y'all were talking, I really don't. I don't think I'd go back any time over the last 50 years. I think I'd go way on back.
Way
you know,
back?
maybe the first century.
Oh,
That-
if I
that would
could
be
go
kinda
back and
cool
meet my
to me.
grandfathers,
That's
oh,
a,
trust me, I would.
That's what they're
that's
saying.
option.
Yeah.
That's an option.
Yeah, okay,
You can go back.
yeah.
You can go back and look at Noah's Ark if you wanted to. I'm not doing that because he didn't let anybody else on the boat.
That he knows of.
Oh, come on.
That's it. Right.
I mean, I might go
They were
like
crawling in.
when the boat stopped. I'd like to see the animals get off. I don't want to go before the boat because
8 in
I'm
all
afraid
were
of water.
saved because
What
they
would-
were floating on.
Yeah, I
it.
mean, it would be cool too to like go back to before humans really like before
Messed
the
everything up.
Well, before the Europeans settled America and it was just Native Americans. I mean, that would be a pretty cool time to see this landscape before there were interstates and roads and everything across it. That would be
Hey, during my travels, I fantasize about that all the
that
time.
would be pretty neat.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
I fantasize about
I
that.
decided that I'm gonna go all the way back to the garden and I'm gonna say, Adam, don't do it.
Don't do it, brother.
Go
But
all
then
the way
would
back
we
to
be
the
here?
garden.
That's a massive butterfly effect.
I'm willing to take the chance.
If I'm going back, yeah, I think I'm going back to check out the Ark when it landed. But if it's in my lifetime, I'm probably going to call 2010 the year. Go back.
Saints.
Well, that's
Oh, come
no.
Good grief.
The Saints did win the Super Bowl that year. It started strong with that. I also got engaged and married in 2010. 2010 was just it was a good year for John David Owen.
John David. boy.
Wait a minute. Before the podcast, you were telling us you wish you could have 2010 to do over again.
Oh boy.
Oh, good grief.
What?
He's lying. Hey, if you think Allison watches this, will ever hear that joke.
Wrong.
She hears enough of me whenever we're at home, so she's out on listening to this. Do we got time for one more?
Yeah, let's hit one more.
One more.
one more.
All right, we got a little bit of advice.
All right.
Oh,
Live.
they're giving advice.
Here we go.
No, we're giving the
Oh,
advice.
we're giving. Oh, okay. I thought we was going.
Oh, no, let's not do advice. I got a good one right here.
All right, boy. He
All right.
changed his mind.
Isaiah, 21 from Grand Prairie, Texas. What was y'all's first car? This is the second time we've got this question. He had a 1999 Toyota RAV4, and he ran it into the ground at exactly 300,000 miles, and it had an 8-track player in it. In 1999, you had an 8-track player? That's amazing.
That's like that show Burt Reynolds when he put the 8-track in there.
That's Isaiah from Grand Prairie, Texas. First car. Si?
19-something Plymouth Sports Fury. A
19-something.
canary yellow. Okay. That's right. 19.
You know, the 19-something. Look it up.
No,
You'll find it.
19. No, it's 1970 something. Okay, because I was in Fort Evans, Massachusetts, and I paid like what $700 for it. Okay, it had a little rust on one place. You had a neat little paint spot, repaint, and then look on the distributor cap, the little thing that supposed to open and close your gaps,
Yeah.
that was burned off.
How many folks you think today know what a distributor
Well, I'm
cap
just saying.
is?
Well,
or
I'm
where
just
to
saying.
find it on a vehicle?
But anyway,
No,
anyway, on the
That's
cam,
funny.
it had something in it, and it had a little thing that stuck down on it that opened and shut your points.
Yeah.
Okay, that was burned off, but it run good anyway. Okay.
There you go. Quality craftsmanship.
And hey, 5-speed Hurst transmission in it.
There you go.
Okay, my woman, the woman I've been married to for 50 years.
50
that's where we met.
years.
She made a special cushion where she could sit right next to me.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
I don't
Oh,
believe
hey,
this.
look,
Phil, what kind of car
it was
you got?
a romantic time in my life. I
So
don't want
what
to hear
you're,
it.
what you're saying is it was a bench seat.
Oh, yes, it was.
That was
Hey,
size 2010,
hey, look,
boys.
Look,
Okay.
Sweetie had to sit beside me where I could have my arm around her. Okay.
Yeah.
Phillip, what about you?
Well,
on
hold
the
on.
wheel.
I'm getting sick listening to this story. 1983
I'm going to tell Christine
Mazda. So I take it back.
on you. No, I'm going to tell her on you.
1983 Mazda with a Wankel engine.
I don't know what that means.
Wankel? What is a Wankel engine?
It's a German engineered
Oh.
rotary engine.
Did it wankle down the road?
Hey, it would out Wankel anything that pulled up next to it, boys. It
yeah.
sound like that.
Oh,
It sound like this. And the next thing you
stop
see
it.
is me waving bye.
Bye.
Mine was a 1998 GMC Z71 that I think it's the last ones you could get that had the four-wheel drive on the floor.
Oh yeah.
Like before everything became push button. I
Okay,
think in
yeah,
'99
yeah.
everything became push button, didn't it?
No, because my first truck was a '99 Silverado Z71 with 4-wheel drive on the floor.
Okay, so then 2000
It was
would have
gray
been
with
the
the
year
red
it went to all.
pinstripe.
2000 is when they went. That's
It
right.
would have went all push button.
I had
Yeah.
Duck
Push
Commander
button.
seat covers and 35-inch Mickey Thompsons with a
There you
6-inch
go.
Skyjacker suspension. It was the coolest truck in the parking
That's
lot.
it, boys.
There you
I
go.
bet it
I
was.
miss that thing.
That's pretty cool.
that
The
thing
transmissions and them things didn't make it long though. That's when I got rid of mine. When transmission went out, my parents said, "No, we got to have something to get you down the road."
I got
Because they wasn't gonna drive me nowhere.
Right.
I got married and had 3 kids by the time I was like 19. That's not true, but I got married pretty young and started having children, so I switched over to a family man car pretty quick.
Yeah.
So,
There you go.
That's us.
Phillip, you gonna send us out of here with a verse? What you got, friend?
I really am. This is something that's pretty good. Let's see here, boys.
Good. Hold, son. What size font you got on that thing? I didn't
Well,
know you was
this
that
is
old.
this is so I can read it.
Well, so can I.
So this is this.
Wait, turn it this way.
Oh, you can read it from there.
I got
No
eagle
doubt.
eyes.
Oh, boy.
I'll try and read it from here.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Martin didn't mess me up.
How'd I mess you up?
Because now he's got to move it further
Yeah, now-
away. He needs the font bigger, but the phone's got to be further away.
You want me to hold it for you?
No, now I
You might
got.
have to read. You
I
might
gotta
have
go
to
back.
read it.
What's the
You might
verse?
have to read him for it.
What's the verse?
He's in 1 Peter.
1 Peter. That's a
Uh-oh.
good one.
That's a good one.
1 Peter. NIV?
Okay.
1 and 3. Oh no,
Now we're
he
scrolling.
tricked me on
Hey,
3.
check you, boys.
Now I was going to 3, Martin.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
he's done. I don't think he's ever gonna get it.
Now he's on 2. Now,
No,
now
no.
he's in 1 Peter.
We're going to get
3.
you a regulation Bible so you can get you a
I
bookmark.
know it.
Read the verse.
Hold on, Si. Now I've got too much pressure on me.
I think
Y'all are
take this
terrible.
yardstick to you. If
I've
you don't
always
read
said
the
they
verse.
should have iPhone classes
That's
for
right,
people.
boy.
1 Peter 1:3.
All right. 1 Peter 1:3.
Praise be to God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. In his mercy, he has given us new birth into a living hope. Thank you, Si. Through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, and into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade. This inheritance is kept in heaven for you, who through faith are shielded by God's power until the coming of the salvation. Bless you, Si. That is ready to be revealed in the last time. So,
Hey.
that's our verse today.
The reward is waiting for all
That's it.
those who believe.
Amen.
I can't wait.
And our reward is in heaven.
Great.
That's
That's
right.
awesome.
Don't store it up here.
No, you don't need it here.
I ain't taking nothing with me.
Nope.
Hey, taking over you.
All right.
I ain't it.
Look, appreciate you guys. We'll be back next time right here in the Duck Call Room.